Hello Sophie, welcome to Tonalité de Femme. Alors, first of all, if today you could fly anywhere, where would you go?
Hi Sonia, so nice that you have me here. Where I would fly is actually quite cliche, I think. I would love to fly to Tokyo and indulge in a major, just let myself go in the city, roaming around, getting inspired and going to amazing spa outside of town, having great food and just immerse myself into completely different visual culture altogether. See lots of art and just chill out.
So Sophie, you are an independent art director based in Holland. Please, could you tell us the adventure of your last pitch in Spain, a city branding project that sounds amazing?
Yeah, it was great fun. The great thing about my work, the branding work, is that you really have to immerse yourself into completely different worlds and contexts all the time, industries, but places. So together with a Spanish partner, we did a competition for a Basque city near Bilbao, kind of a luxury living satellite town of Bilbao. And without ever having set my foot there, we had to really get into the DNA of the mentality and the feeling of the place and deliver a pitch that shows a brand, but also a brand that really interacts with the environment. So I worked with an architect who developed urban furniture that works as signage, but also as spaces to experience the brand and to be an interface between the communication and the physical space. And together with a product designer who just did a project for Viktor and Rolf, who designed fantastic merchandising, very tactile, very real products with a lot of heritage. And together with that, we also presented a concept of how digital media play a role in how to navigate in that city. So it was within 1 week, we tried to go 360 and hopefully deliver a pitch with most of all a strong mark to these people.
Sophie, what is for you a glossy magazine? Would you call Cosmo a glossy magazine? Which evolution do you predict for them in this developed multimedia environment?
Glossy, indeed, I would call Cosmopolitan definitely an iconic glossy. It's a really it's a brand with a lot of heritage that was very successful in the 60s to put women on the map, which not many people still know. What I predict is that the magazines that are really iconic and have real content to offer to their readers will still be existing in the next 5 or 10 years. Everything that's fast-paced information is obviously going to be digital, but for the magazines, it's going to be the challenge. Are they as strong as the, let's just say, iconic format of a book, for example? And are they going to survive? But what they will have to be able to do is translate the essence of what they are about into digital experiences for their new target consumer. So it's a big challenge, but my prediction is that the ones that are very iconic and also very have a lot of relevant content, as I said, they're gonna survive.
Sophie, how would you advise a junior art director on the best way to find inspiration and develop his creativity?
I think in terms of getting inspired and develop the creative skills, I would advise anyone to be open to a broad range of different disciplines, not to focus on your immediate source of inspiration, but to break it open and to be inspired by people or by sources that might in the first instant might seem too analytical or might seem not directly connected, and to be open always to people that are very strong and look for partners that are challenging you and partners that you think you can learn from and not stay in the comfort zone. That's what I would say.
Sophie, I know that you are single at the moment. Tell us 3 qualities that your future lover should definitely have.
Okay, well, of course he should be... I think what's important is that he should definitely be... that's a tough one. He should really be able to... of course, he should be absolutely exciting in what he does and very inspiring. He also should be very, very sensual and sexy. and hopefully be a really good person and be truly up for dealing with a woman, really.
Thank you very much, Sophie. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.